Hello, my loves. Welcome back to another video here on Starseed Academy. My name is Jenny, and I'm really excited to do a bit of a lighter, fun video with you today, all about the crystals that I use and what I use them for. We've already got orbs coming into this video. I don't know if you saw that. And I think that this is going to be a really fun update because I've done a video before about crystals on this channel, but it was like really old. And I think that I've definitely expanded my collection and I work with a lot of new stuff now. So, and if you're a crystal lover, you are going to love this video. You're probably going to find some new favorites. And if you're not, you might be inspired to start using them in your home for these different kind of reasons. Okay, so before we jump into the video, I just have to say that I have this incredible opportunity and it starts this Tuesday, so in like 2 days. And this is for the professional channelers that want to go to the very next level, like taking your channel truly into like this super high level professional place. And this is also a course for the natural, like raw channelers that are wanting to truly hone and really like mold their gift to suit what they need it to do, and really just like bring structure and process into what you're doing when you're raw channeling. Okay. And so this is called Channeler of Light. It's 8 weeks. 8 weeks to become this high level professional, detailed, accurate channeler. It truly is the framework that I personally use. And I have used this now to build this incredible, business, spiritual empire of Starseed Academy. This is also the process and framework that I teach inside of Psychic Light. But this is a course just for channeling. Okay. So within this, you're going to learn my 4-step framework, which is all about receiving mode, sacred space, learning the language of the clairs, each one individually, and then how to overlay and layer the clairs to get even more details and even deeper transmissions. And then learning the last step, which is masterful channeling cycles, which is where you're going to learn the process of how to channel, starting at the top clairs and working your way down into the depth of claircognizance. And you're also going to learn about what to do with like a pause when a pause happens. You're going to learn written channeling, spoken channeling, how to deal with a pause, how to interpret your reference library, how to be really specific in what you connect with, your intentions, like how to basically connect to any kind of being or realm or dimension and get the answers that you're looking for. I mean, there's just like, it's just such a huge, beautiful course. And I've only done Channeler of Light, I think, one time before. I'm so busy all the time with Psychic Light, which is the larger certified course, the 4-month course. But if you are looking just to learn about channeling, then Channeler of Light is for you. It's 2 months, it's a little bit quicker. And yeah, it's just like I've gotten the most incredible results and testimonials. And you can check all of that out through the link in the description of this video. You do not want to miss this opportunity. I don't really know how many more times I'm going to teach this live. Like I said, I have some larger programs that I really like to invest in my time in. So if you want to do this with me and really have me there with you live to go through this, I would really get your seat this round in Channeler of Light, because I have a sneaky suspicion I might be turning this into like a kind of a pre-recorded course option on my website. Okay, so if you're a channeler, do not miss this opportunity. Grab your seat inside of Channeler of Light now. But for the rest of us, let's jump into today's video all about crystals. So where do we begin? I have so many laying in front of me right now that you can't see, and they all have different like reasons. Like, should I start with my favorite and work my way down? You know what? I think I will start with my favorite. So my favorite, I don't think this is any surprise if I do say it a lot, so maybe you've heard me say this before. My absolute favorite and my exact favorite crystal, the one that I use all the time, is this one right here. Okay, so this teardrop shape. This is a clear quartz, but it has some like iron or some like a little bit of metal in it, which actually makes it an even better conductor. So I don't know if I get close enough, if you can see that. One second, I've got something popping up here. If I get close enough, if I can get my ring light to not do this. Oh yeah, I think you can see. There's a little bit of tiny bit of brown in there. right? Anyway, if you can, yeah, you can kind of see it right here. That actually makes it even more powerful because it's like a conductor of energy as well. Now, what I would say with a clear quartz, so a clear quartz is an amplifier. So it's going to amplify whatever energy you're already working with. So I use this to amplify my channel, right? So all clear quartzes work this way. They're all amplifiers. So you want to use them when you're already in the energy that you want to be in, and then they blast it for you, right? Now, I would particularly, if you were using clear quartz like I do, I would actually choose one with a point like this. You can choose a double terminated, which means 2 points, or you can just choose this single point. Now, I would choose that, and I would always have that pointing towards me, right? So if I'm doing a reading for someone, I put the blunt end facing my computer, facing the client, and then the pointy end faces me, and it pretty much pulls the energy and sends it towards me, pulls the energy and sends it towards me. And so, or if I'm just channeling like for a video, I'm channeling like some higher dimensional beings or spirit or something, then I just tend to like hold on to it. But this is my absolute, it's like perfect palm shaped. I got this in Sedona, but it's actually from Brazil. Okay, so clear quartz all the way. You will find clear quartz all around my home, and they will pretty much all have, oh, we've got a cat over here. They will pretty much all have a point on them, because I don't see why you would buy one without a point at this, like what would the reasoning be for that? So here's another one with a point. We have Brian sneaking in, and it's another clear quartz. This one has a little baby on it. This one has a point, and then it has like a little baby with a point. So basically I just have these all around the house. On this table over here by my light, you can see a little unicorn, love him, and then there's a bunch of clear quartz. So if a clear quartz amplifies energy and the point is the way that the energy gets sent, that plants are just as important as crystals. That plant has all of these quartzes surrounding it, and it's sending me that beautiful energy of plant, right? I have a plant on this side of my computer, on this side, behind me, over here. Like my office is surrounded with green Gaia energy of life and clear quartz strategically placed to amplify that. So that this becomes, my home office becomes a space of really beautiful grounded energy and lots of amplification of plants are very healing, right? They have that beautiful frequency like Gaia's heartbeat, the Schumann, like just that beautiful humming frequency. And it's just like just a really great energy. So that's the first one, clear quartz. The second one that I use probably most often after that would be amethyst. No surprises here. We all know amethyst is for like crown chakra and third eye, so very psychic energy here. Again, notice I've chosen one with a point. This is called a dragon's tooth, this particular kind, because you can like picture it being like the root of the tooth and then anyway. So this is a huge amethyst, and I have this pointing towards me. The point points towards me. So set yourself up with your crystals and all the little points pointing towards you. Don't do too many at once. You're going to get like discombobulated, but the clear quartz is definitely a great place to start. Okay, another one that's really similar energy to the amethyst, which was for crown chakra, third eye, psychic energy, is something called a super 7. So this is also kind of like a purple color, and it also has these beautiful points. It's like a nice little chunk here. Same thing, setting it towards me this way. So this is called basically the stone or the crystal for psychics. It is a super 7, and that means it has 7 different stones in one. Amethyst, smoky quartz. I don't know the other 7 because I didn't look it up before, but when I bought this, I had researched it, and they were all 7 things that were like either very grounding or very psychic energies. So if you are a psychic, there is a super 7 is a great one. And then there's also one that's like a 14. That's just wild. That just means it has like 14 different minerals within it. Okay. Clear quartz, amethyst, super 7s. So that's a lot of the psychic stuff. So now we're going to move on to kind of some different energies. Actually, one more psychic one. And then we'll probably move on to some other more like different purposes here. This last one that I use for like a lot of psychic stuff is a Lemurian quartz. So I got this one on Etsy. They are hard to find, like authentic ones. A lot of people say that they're Lemurian. Like a lot of these, I bought this, it said it was Lemurian quartz. I knew it wasn't, but I just wanted the clear quartz. A lot of clear quartzes are sold as Lemurian quartzes. I have a video on this channel. Let me make a note for myself to link the Lemurian quartz video at the end, because it's a little unboxing of this, and I go through in that video all of the signs of how to tell if it's a true Lemurian quartz or not. So if you really have a strong connection to Lemuria, which was a golden era here on Earth, and you feel like you had a lifetime, or you have a guide that is a Lemurian guide, or you speak Lemurian light language, if you've got some kind of a connection to Lemuria, which is very divine feminine, okay, very golden era on Earth, very divine feminine, very community based, very like organic, working alongside the earth, like really just beautiful energy, then you do want to play with this and try one of these. Again, watch the video for how to find a true and authentic one. And then when you're choosing one, get a point again. This one is called a dolphin point. You can kind of see it has a little more of like a slope to a point. That's like a little dolphin point one. It's a beautiful, beautiful stone. I could feel the energy of that stone through Etsy. Like if it's a good crystal shop, they'll have a video, not just images, where they turn it and that you can see all the different facets and everything. And I was like, oh, that's for me. It was like, it's a record keeper one. All right. Okay, cool. So moving on. This is a stone for past lives. So this is a stone for bringing up past lives and healing them. Okay. I did did you see that giant orb? What the heck? They're loving the crystals. This is called celestial quartz, kind of like celestial, but without the C, celestial quartz for past lives. So this was from a really beautiful shop in Sedona, Arizona. It looks like a smoky quartz, but it's actually different. So this has like that smoky look to it, but if you look really closely, you can see these really interesting peaks. Um, I don't even remember what they're called, but there's these really, wow. Wow, I'm sorry. I'm so distracted by the orbs in the background, like coming to say hi. Hi, little babies. You're welcome here. You like the celestial quartz. Did you see it? It like stopped, like, and just like, I felt like it was just looking at the camera, like zoom, zoom, it stopped. And then it went on. Like, we're gonna rewind that and watch it a million times. Love you. Okay, celestial quartz, bringing up past lives and healing past lives. Super cool looking. So the shopkeeper in Sedona, Arizona, she was so cool. Like I was really going through it when we went there. I just saw that this is like a big, like almost like this whole piece could lift off. There's like a big gap in there that I never noticed before. But anyway, it has like a window. I was going through a soul retrieval in Sedona, Arizona. There's also a video about that if you want to check it out. It was heavy. And the lifetime that I was bringing forward to be healed, I could not stop crying. I cried for like 2 days on vacation, which isn't great, but it had to happen. And when I was standing in the crystal shop, I'm not a big crier in general, but especially not in public. It's hard for me, even though I would like to be. And so I'm like pretty stone. Like when I'm really emotional, I just shut down. Like I was just shut down in that shop. I'm just trying to tell her like what I needed. And then she placed this in my palm and I was holding it, listening to her talk, and these tears just welled up. Like there was nothing I could do to stop them. It was such a release instantly as soon as I held it. And I really treasure this for that kind of work. So celestial quartz for that. Okay. Going into some Egyptian energy now. If you have an Egyptian connection, you need your lapis lazuli. Some people call it lapis lazuli. Doesn't really matter, whatever you want to call it. If you can get this really nice dark blue color with the gold threads through it, then that's going to be really powerful. This is, actually this side has a lot of gold in it. You can almost see it, the gold part shimmer. This is for protection, specifically protection of the third eye, but this is also an Egyptian connection. So if you want to connect with an Egyptian past life or an Egyptian guide or an Egyptian light language, lapis lazuli. Okay, moving on. Oh, this is a great one. Another one from Sedona. This I had never heard of before Sedona. The celestial quartz was brand new for me, and so is this one. This is called Vivianite, like Vivianite, like the name Vivian and then ITE at the end. It's like a very dark green, very, very dark green. And it's very like flaky. like little shards of it kind of flake off. This is just like the rock that it was probably broken off of. It's almost like a stalactite from like a cave kind of thing. So this, again, pointing it towards you, this is for compassion and patience and like soft-heartedness. So here's how I use it. If I'm having a client or an interaction on like either on online like this on Zoom or on like on the phone or whatever, I'll grab this to give me that extra bit of compassion and patience, and it really just cools down being triggered. So helpful. We're going through eclipse season, extremely helpful. So if somebody is like really testing your patience and you want to have the higher perspective, you really want to, I just can't believe the orbs in this video, like wow. Okay, you want to have the higher perspective. You want to be the bigger person. You want to take the high road, and you want to let your ego know that that's the road you're taking. Vivianite, okay? Get your patience back. Get your compassion back. So nice. All right, here's one that was a Christmas gift from Brian. This is I wrote it down, Ethiopian fire opal. Hello, beautiful orbs. I love seeing you. Thank you for being in this video so heavily. This is so cool. This is a Ethiopian fire opal. Extremely beautiful, extremely colorful. Still got like a grounded bit to it. When a stone has a little bit of like grounding to it, it actually, like, I don't even, is this just a video about orbs? Should we just talk about orbs? Like, oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. Like, they love crystals. I didn't know this was going to happen at all. This is so fun. I really love it. Thank you, orbs, for joining us. Thank you, spirit guides. Thank you, angels. All right, so an Ethiopian fire opal with some of that grounded energy on the back. See, that's just like kind of like sandy, but the front is like beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I use this for angelic connections, and I'm holding it up here because I was trying to say crown chakra. So crown chakra, angelic connections for sure with this one. And if you want to work with a crystal like this, you don't need to hold it up here. Hold it in your receiving hand, which is your non-dominant hand, okay? I am right-handed, so I would hold this in my left hand if I wanted to work with it. Any stone that you want to work with, that you want to receive from it, then you hold it in your receiving hand, right? Okay, if you want to send, if you're like an energy healer and you're sending out, then you hold in your sending hand. This is the sending, this is the receiving. Okay, so that was crown chakra and like angels and that kind of thing. This next one is probably my newest. This is my newest crystal, and I haven't worked with it a ton yet, and I can't wait to get a little bit more acquainted with this. This one is called a chlorite quartz. It is a clear quartz that has like a green world inside of it. This one looks like a mystical enchanted forest is living inside of a crystal, but some of them just look like moss, but this one is really something, and I hope that the camera will do some justice for this. What's the best angle to show you this? We can get this. It's like, bear with me. Oh, there we go. It's like green trees. There's like a little mountain of quartz inside the quartz itself, which I think is called a window. And then there's like all of these green trees. It looks like a little forest that goes to about here. And then there's just like green fogginess after that. So it's basically, see, isn't that gorgeous? This is basically like Gaia's energy. So anything that you would want to connect to Gaia to work with, healing, grounding, the relationship between soul and body. And I mean, why do I connect with Gaia for so many reasons, like recharging too, you know what I mean? So anytime that you would want to connect with like a forest style energy, fairies, Avalon, definitely. Okay, cool. All right, and then we're going to do some galactic vibes, and then we'll do the money stones after this. So the galactic vibes, my two main ones, my biggest galactic one. This is old. I've had this forever. forever. I have a couple of pieces of moldavite, but this is my oldest one. So moldavite, I think you probably all know what moldavite is. I've been working with this since probably, I've had this piece since probably, oh God, I want to say like 2012. That sounds crazy long ago, but it's true. So moldavite is when a meteor crashes into the ground and the sand that the meteorite hits due to the heat mixes together with like the materials of the meteorite, and it becomes this, like the sand turns into glass, and it's always green when it's the meteorite, or sorry, it's always green when it's moldavite. There's other kinds of tektites. A meteorite stone is like a tektite is what it's called. So this is such a dark green you might not be able to see in this light. It's like an olive green. And how you know, there's lots of ways that you can tell if it's a real moldavite. For me, I would just hold it and I would know. You also tell by the price because they're very expensive because they're so rare. But they have, like, if you get like a microscope and you look in, they're not solid. They have little bubbles inside of them like glass. So you can kind of see that. That's moldavite. So if you're wanting to connect with galactic energies, and your galactic guides or councils, then you would use a tektite. You could use columbianite, you could use moldavite. There's quite a few. But moldavite is actually known for something else even more strongly. It's called the moldavite effect. And what moldavite does when you work with it is it helps you to purge from your life, whether you're ready or not. Warning. It will help you purge from your life everything that does not support your highest self frequency. And it is brutal. Okay. A lot of people won't work with this because it's too much, right? It's brutal, but it's helped me so much. This stone, the exact one I'm holding right now, helped me get sober because I knew that it was something I needed to do. I didn't really know that this stone was going to get me there, but I brought it into my life, and it makes everything that's not right in your life, that's out of harmony, big, really, really, really big. So if something was kind of like a problem that was a little bit smaller and you were sweeping it under the rug, it will make it a huge catastrophe until you have to do something about it, right? You'll end up, getting sober. You'll end up moving locations. You'll end up changing your relationship, you'll change your whole damn life with moldavite. It will set you on a new path, but it is not an easy way to go. This is like a crash course, like a fast, very, very, very fast couple of months, and you've got a whole new life. It's extreme. Do not play with it lightly. And that's why some of the people that I work with, some of my clients, started calling me the Moldavite priestess, which I love. It's so funny because that's what happens when you get into a container with me, especially psychic light or something that's like a month or longer kind of thing. All of a sudden you experience this exact same phenomenon. Your life, because you know why? I know why. Because I set so strongly the intention in all of my containers that I will align the people that I'm working with to their highest self frequency, and nothing will get in the way of that. That they will align to their highest self frequency. They will start vibrating at that level. And so if that's your intention and then you're working with somebody long term, it's the moldavite effect. Everything that's not supportive of that frequency, everything that's less than that frequency, is going to go up to the surface and then fall away. And you're going to be like, what's happening? Like I'm breaking up with friends and relationships, and my job's no longer, I got to move. And like all this shit goes on. It's crazy. Not for the faint of heart. But we're making big moves, us New Earth leaders. All right, here's a softer version. If you're like, okay, moldavite sounds cool, but it's a bit much. Here's the divine feminine. This is definitely the divine masculine energy. This is the divine feminine sister of this. Still a tektite, still like that meteor energy. This is called Libyan desert glass. So this is very soft. It's almost a little too soft for me because I'm used to moldavite, right? I'm like, do I even feel anything? Is it even doing anything? But for somebody that has not really worked with a tektite yet, or this galactic energy yet, this is probably a great place to start. So this is Libyan desert glass. Same idea. My hands are so dry. Sorry for the hideousness. Same idea, where it's going to have the bubbles. See the bubbles of the glass in through it, except for this is a nice soft yellow color. Same thing, the sand, when it hits the meteorite hits the sand, it does this creates this melty glass. So Libyan desert glass. Okay, cool. We're moving along. Next ones are for money. Okay, and then we'll do healing. I've got money stones and then healing stones, and then I think we're good. So here's my money stones. So this is probably, you know, this is citrine, yellow, specifically citrine. This did have a much stronger point, but I think I dropped it, so that's not great. But I had a bigger one too. I don't know where it went. But anyway, yellow citrine, if you can get a point, if it can be a triangle, it's going to be even more potent. Put your money stones around your workspace. So these are always around like my computer, near my plants. Where I'm working is where I'm going to be making money. So set those around there. So we've got citrine. This is your solar plexus connection, and it's also your money connection. So productivity, opening doors to abundance, and all of that. Then we have amber, which is also a very rich stone. This is actually not mine. This is Brian's. This was his Christmas gift, but it's been in here for a while now. It's doing me good. So this is another money stone that I have in my office near my computer. So we have amber, same idea. This is a very light. If you've never held amber before, it's like you're holding nothing. It's so weird because it looks like a big solid thing, but then it's really just like like reminds me of maple syrup that's just been hardened, super light. So amber is the same idea. The connection here is to the solar plexus, it is to action, it is to like opening doors to abundance. It's just the money frequency. These are all really great stones for money. They probably have other uses. I mean, all of these will work for solar plexus blocks and connections and healings and upgrades and all of that as well. And then of course we have fool's gold, because this is vibrating at the frequency of abundance and gold for sure. It's heavy. And then the last one for money is I actually have this double-sided copper coin. When I was living in Canada, there's like dust all over it. When I was living in Canada, I had it set to the Canadian side, just a copper coin, but nice large one. I had it set to the Canadian side and I had it right under, like right on my workspace, like right under kind of my computer. And then when I moved to the US, I just flipped it over and I was like, oh, perfect. Like, it's funny that I didn't know that I was going to be switching countries before I got this. And it's so hilarious to me now that I wonder if this created some of that because it had the intention of both countries and making money. And it's like, here we are in the US, living it up. So, yeah, copper. If you don't have a coin like this, but a copper though, a copper coin, because copper is the same like frequency of that abundance and that money. So those are all my money stones. I also have a money tree right beside my computer as well. And they are really great for someone like me because they don't require a lot of like tending to. They like to be very, very dry. And so if I forget to water it, it's all good. See that? Money trees beside me, green plants everywhere, tons of crystals. So let's do the healing ones. I've had this forever. This is a green fluorite. So this would be beside my bed. I just brought it in here for, oh, the dust. So I just brought it in here for, I haven't dusted in 10 years apparently. I brought it in for the video, but this is a beside the bed. It's always beside the bed so that I can, if I get, I tend to suffer from like stomach aches a lot. And if I have like a disturbance in my stomach, then I grab this and I hold it against where it's hurting. Green fluorite. Okay, so this is like an Archangel Raphael energy. He works with the green light of divine healing. A lot of green stones are going to be healing stones. But a lot of people like to use green stones for money. I don't feel that. I feel green for healing and I feel gold for money. Like all of these, like even though it's like kind of, it's it's a yellow citrine, but it's like a gold color. So I'm going to do gold stones always for money and green for healing. But that's a you decision, right? Because people can go different ways on that. So this green fluorite is beautiful for physical healing, healing of the physical body, right? Soothing pain. And it's not for a specific area of the body. You can truly use this on any kind of physical ailment. You can either just hold it in your receiving hand and kind of pray or ask for the relief, or you can, if it's possible, you can place it right on the area. Like I will put it right on my stomach. And then my other healer, but this is for emotional healing, is blue calcite. So this isn't a physical healer, this is an emotional healer. This beautiful blue calcite, you can just see when you look at it, is just so soothing. Like Doesn't that just look at that? Doesn't that just make you want to like, like it's just so nice. So this is if I'm having racing thoughts again, this is beside my bed, right? So if I'm trying to go to sleep, I'm having racing thoughts, I'm having worries, I'm having whatever, receiving hands, and I hold on to this. And if it's really bad, I might hold it up near my head or my heart if I'm feeling sadness or grief, like wherever the emotional pain is in the body, put it there. And this is your emotional body healer. And then the next one here is, again, another one that I pulled from beside my bed is selenite. I would say selenite and clear quartz are my two go-tos for a lot of things. So this is like a well used. So selenite, when it comes to healing, this pulls like a magnet towards it. So all other stones emit their frequency outwards. This does not do this. This pulls inwards, right? I think it's like one of the only crystals that sucks energy in versus just giving off of its own frequency. Does it really, it's not that it has a frequency that goes out, it pulls in. And this will pull in any energies below neutral. So that's a whole lot of different energies, right? Like anything like shame, guilt, grief, anger. Literally look at the frequency chart. Anything below neutral, this will suck it up and it will transmute it to neutral, basically. So I definitely have one of these beside my bed. And then you should also have these kind of like around the house. A lot of people think it's important to put these by your doorways, if possible, because it acts like a clean, like an energy sweep for people that come in to your house, right? Like kind of just pulling that. So having it near the door is great, but also having it near where you sleep. So if you suffer from psychic attacks, if you suffer from nightmares, if you suffer from like any of that, then a selenite is really, really powerful because it sucks it up. Another weird thing that you can use selenite for that not a lot of people know is dream recall. So if you're trying to remember your dreams and you're struggling to remember your dreams, slip one of these under your pillow or hold it in your receiving hand. And you can speak the intention into your crystals, like any of these crystals, you can speak your intention into it. They have an intelligence as well, and they hold codes. All of them do. So you could speak your intention into it and say like, selenite, please help me to remember my dreams when I wake up. I really want to remember what my soul was up to when I wake up in the morning. And then you set the intention. And if you keep it with you and you hold on to it, it will actually like suck up the dream or the memory of the dream. And then when you wake up and this is close to you, you can almost read the dream. It's really interesting. So dream recall is selenite. So try that. Okay, so that's all the ones that I have in front of me right now for you. I'm going to quickly take a video and insert it here of my biggest, most bougie, most expensive crystal that I've ever purchased. What it was the best way to spend your money in my eyes. And it was just something that was like calling to me in the store and I just had to have it. So I'm going to insert that here now. Okay, so a couple of stones that I have situated here in my living room that are a bit too big to carry and have in the video. The first one here is this really big giant tower of selenite. And I already said in the video with my smaller selenite that these are great for clearing your energy, clearing your auras. They really are like a suction. They almost are like a vacuum. They pull energy inwards. Most crystals radiate energy outwards, but these pull energy in and they transmute it back to neutral. They can clear locations, spaces, other crystals, yourself, really anything, your whole home. That's another selenite bar under the plant there, but this is the pièce de résistance. This is a moon-shaped pink quartz. Let me just move that out of the way so you can fully see. And so the person at the store where I purchased this said that it was also Lemurian. I'm not so sure that it is because I know the signs of a Lemurian quartz. It might be, but really what this is just an incredible quartz cluster, and it's got this beautiful pink moon shape to it. When you get really close to it, you can see, let me get out of the light, you can see all of it is just these little clusters of crystals. I mean, when I saw it in the store, like it absolutely blew my mind and it spoke to me, and I just had to look at, just you could stare at it forever and see something new. I just had to have it. So this is sitting here in the living room. Oh, look at this one. This is a huge one right here. Just gorgeous. Just sitting here in the living room, bringing the absolutely best energy in. And I loved that it was this cute little crescent moon shaped as well. So I really think that this, just like any rose quartz, any kind of a pink stone really is all about the heart chakra. It's all about the love frequency, and it tends to have a gentler energy. This is what Archangel Haniel works with. She works with a lot of pink energy, pink light, and pink is gentle, compassionate, heart chakra, a lot of self-love, a lot of self-care, a lot of self-worth, and just such a beautiful soft energy. I hope that you enjoyed this video of all of the crystals that I'm currently using right now, or at least my top ones, and all of the ways that I use them. Please feel free to share in the comments the crystals that you prefer to use, but be sure to include what you use them for so that we can all learn the different crystals and how we can work with them. Working with crystals and surrounding yourself with them, and working with Gaia plants, like Gaia's energy in plants, and surrounding yourself with them is a great way to raise the vibration in your home and in yourself, especially in a place like your workspace. If you have a home office or in your bedroom, you're very vulnerable when you're sleeping at night. So it's a great place to put protection crystals, healing crystals. And then in your office, you want to put like amplified energy and money crystals. And for me, a lot of psychic crystals, because that's what I do for work. You can also find crystals that help you stay like organized in your mind, all kinds of things to support you. Have fun. Like, they are truly so powerful, and they are like Gaia's technology, like organic technology. But do not forget to fill your house up with plants as well, because we really need that to combat the technological energy of our computers and our cell phones and our Wi-Fi and all of that. If you can surround that energy with plants, then you're going to feel less drained by connecting with technology on a regular basis. So I know a lot of people, including myself, can be very drained by the batteries and the internet and like just the technology itself of how it works. And so a great way to combat that would be surrounding it with plants. You can try also like crystals, like there's a stone called shungite. I've never actually worked with it. Let me know if you have in the comments. Apparently that's really great for protecting you from technology as well, but good old selenite will also help with that. But I find nothing works more powerfully than plants to keep a space feeling alive. Okay, I love you guys all so much. So don't forget about Channeler of Light starting on Tuesday. If you have questions about it, just come on over to Instagram and shoot me a DM over there, where I will see it, and I would be happy to help you figure out if this is the right program for you, or if you have questions about what's included. Also, check out the link in the description of this video for the whole curriculum laid out for you. Plus, there's 4 exclusive bonuses that you can check out as well. And I hope to see some of you there inside class. And before we go, please remember, listen to your heart and the quiet voice within, because you are so much more than the body you are in. I love you, beautiful starseeds. Have a great day. Bye.